the type drip my bitch down. Yo, bitch don't got no swag, and I ain't even tryna brag. But the money coming too fast. Nigga, fuck your hating ass. How the fuck you hating last? Put it on your toe and take the tag. I'm a villain nigga, Darth Vader bad. I remember back in them days, all I wanna do is sling and I blame it on Breaking Bad. Shorty gon' say what she wanted, if I don't let it in my heart, it's gon' get bad. I ain't never been the type of nigga to crash out, but right now I just gotta crash. A pussy is not what I am, if you see this big cock, I promise I'm finna blast. I bet you I seen a bliss. Bringing a knife for a damn gun fight. You was better just bring it to this. Snake in my ear, I can hear it, yes. I can tell you by the look in your eyes. If you don't figure out, then I done learned off for a fact that you free the kid. Free the kid, free the kid, free the kid. I'm running, I'm not about to plead it for fucking present, I will not go in shit. Hey man, I wanna fuck bitches, it's Brennerville. I know you wanna be me, but I be with her. I am D-Plug, you just a middle. Hey, that nigga is tough, huh? He a little, you need something, huh? We got plenty bands. I walk in the club with Don, she said that she don't fuck with it, she a Henny fan. I think that she losing her mind, before she came in, she said that she'll drink anything. Telling everybody that she mine, I can't even trust her father, that my pinky ring. That means that we can't do anything. I'm the type drip my bitch down, yo bitch don't got no swag, and I ain't even tryna brag. But the money coming too fast, nigga fuck your hating ass. How the fuck you hating last? Put it on your toe and take the tag. I'm a villain nigga, Darth Vader bad. I remember back in them days, all I wanna do is sling and I blame it on Breaking Bad. Shorty gon' say what she wanted, if I don't let it in my heart, it's gon' get bad. I ain't never been the type of nigga to crash out, but right now I just gotta crash. A pussy is not what I am, if you see this big cock, I promise I'm finna blast. And I don't even gotta hide. If you told me I got it, I did it tag. I can never be scared of your scary ass. If I roll up a blunt, you gon' find out why my weed is so very gas. Then I let her your joint. Yeah, I feel so bad cause I know that you feel so bad. Is it not crazy? That I just wanna go on another path. I'm tired of showing all of my wrath, all of my pain. None of this shit for the same, none of this shit been away. That I remember it used to be way back in the day. I've been thinking how clear lane. I've been thinking how keep I'm the type drip my bitch down, yo bitch don't got no swag, and I ain't even tryna brag. But the money coming too fast, nigga fuck your hating ass. How the fuck you hating last? Put it on your toe and take the tag. I'm a villain nigga, Darth Vader bad. I remember back in them days, all I wanna do is sling and I blame it on Breaking Bad. Shorty gon' say what she wanted, if I don't let it in my heart, it's gon' get bad. I ain't never been the type of nigga to crash out, but right now I just gotta crash. A pussy is not what I am, if you see this your cock, I promise I'm finna blast.
Oh yeah, that was my main man, Left Jency, Midwest Stone, X World. Young man's got some talent. I'm gonna be working with him soon. I really respect what he got going on. He's building it from the ground up, and I'm a big fan of that. So, shouts out to my main man, Left Jency, X World. I like it. I like different. It's new. You can't get too stuck on being. Oh, this ain't hip hop. This is man. Open your ears, close your eyes, and just enjoy. You know what I mean? Give life a chance. You don't know what you like until you give it an opportunity. All right. All right. Enough with the pleasantries. Let's get straight to business. Welcome to Is the Hype Real Podcast. I'm your boy John B, aka DJ Chill. I got my main man Ray. 6:23 a.m. Cal. We pulling up. We showing out Thursday. We a little bit behind, but you know technical difficulties. Life is life, and life be lifing. Let's get this out the way. Let's get the business part of this out the way, and then we can get into the fun part. All right. Trust and believe there will be a test at the end. Make sure you do your homework, take your notes. We got a lot to talk about and not a lot of time to talk about it. So make sure you tap in on the chat because your opinion matters over here. This ain't a dictatorship. It's democracy. All right. So make sure you subscribe, like, and enjoy Warner Brother Podcast. Warner Brother Podcast, my main man Cal. Make sure you like, subscribe, and enjoy. 6:23 a.m. Art Dealer Entertainment across all platforms. And make sure you like, subscribe, and enjoy Is the Hype Real Podcast. What's going on, fellas? Cal, how you doing? Ray, what's going on with you, sir?
I'm great, man. Ready to pod.
Ready to pod. Cal's always ready to pod. He said he stay ready to pod. I ain't mad at him.
He like the cozy, man. I'm ready. That's what.
Give me the ball. If y'all want y'all shot, y'all better get it off the rim.
Pass the rock.
Pass the rock and get out the way. I'm trying to ball. Okay, I like that. So since we ready, we go without further ado, we're gonna get straight into some action. You guys ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. All right. Cool.
Perfect. In every aspect of the game, you drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts, and then you will run a mile. Perfection.
Perfection is what sports is all about. Everybody wants to win, but there's not enough winning for everybody to do. So in order to achieve perfection, you just got to put your best foot forward and hope for the best. We don't have a lot of NFL news to talk about. There's really only one thing I wanted to speak on as far as the NFL. And it's actually kind of big news. I'm really surprised that they're not covering it. A lot of mainstream media is covering it, but it really could shift the paradigm of the NFL. And that is Kyler Murray being just flat out released from the Arizona Cardinals. I know a lot of people that are in my inner circle that are fans of Kyler Murray, and him being released, to me, I'm surprised it didn't make more noise than what it really did, because that means he can go anywhere he wants. I know he has a lot of intangibles. Great quarterback when he wants to really lock in. There's been some hearsay about what he is and isn't doing to be great. So I want to know from both of you guys, where should he go? And will he be able to have more success when he goes there? I'm going to start with Cal. What you got for me? Where should he go as a free agent, and where will he have the most success? Or should he take maybe, a backup role somewhere?
Streets are saying he should go to Minnesota. And I think you're going to hear that about any I think you're going to hear that about any quarterback who, is a free agent, because JJ McCarthy doesn't look like the real deal necessarily in Minnesota, and they got a lot of talent.
Horrible.
I wouldn't mind Kyler in Miami, because that's like an open slot there at QB right now.
Okay.
And they do have offensive talent with Achane there. They still have Waddle there. They've got a good cast of tight ends. So I wouldn't mind him in Miami. Obviously, they got a new head coach there. But Kyler's got a lot of offensive talent, man. Like, he's fallen off these last few years. He obviously is not a good playoff performer, but you can't deny the talent and the scrambling ability and the ability to just go off script and create plays. So I'm looking forward to whatever his next chapter is. We've obviously seen in the NFL, like, a lot of these QBs, man, however their first act went, sometimes you can have a second or third act that, revitalize you. Example, Sam Darnold. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Kyler can do, because he has talent. But I don't know. He's an interesting case for sure, because it has been 2 or 3 years since we've really seen anything of progress from him.
Rookie year. But I feel it. Ray, what you got? Because I want to rebuttal some of Kyle's thought processes. I ain't mad at it.
You can rebuttal it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't think the easy win is just going to the Vikings. I think he needs to go somewhere that's going to, he might need to sit down a year. He might need to go somewhere and learn to be a grown-up. Learn that you got to learn your playbook, learn how to be a true professional, because all his life he's been great. He's still regarded as the greatest high school quarterback in Texas history. The whole state of Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, have them tell it. He's the greatest high school quarterback ever. And there's a lot of quarterbacks that came out of Texas. He goes to college and wins the Heisman. So I think he has an inflated sense of reality when it comes to what it takes to be great, because he's been able to get by with his talent at every level. So he figured he'd be able to do the same thing in the NFL. And in the beginning, it worked. But the thing is that in the NFL, people are just as talented on the defensive side, if not more talented than you, because they're watching you now. They got tape on you. And once they get that tape on you, they know you don't like to roll to the left side. They know you can't see over the line. So if they muddy up the middle, you're not going to be able to throw the ball downfield. They know if they take away your number one option, you ain't going to really look to nothing but Trey McBride or the running back, because you don't study your playbook. They know if they're able to get you off the rhythm, it's ugly for you. So I think I would love for him to go to the LA Rams, sit behind Stafford for a year, maybe even come in and do a couple backup games. If Stafford goes down, that's a tailor-made situation. You got Sean McVay. You can sit behind a guy who's the Super Bowl champion. Nobody's ever said anything bad about Matthew Stafford, and just go ahead and ride the wave. So I would love to see him go to the Rams. He's got a defense. They've got a run game. They've got a great line, and they've got a great organization, and it's always blank them picks. And they're going to get them pretty much for free. That's just my rebuttals on that.
I kind of love that.
I,
I love
I
that.
think that would be great for him. Not everybody needs just an automatic starting job. Sam Darnold did the same thing. Boom, Super Bowl
Uh,
champion.
that's my rebuttal. Everybody keep claiming, everybody keep comparing everybody to Sam Darnold. I don't think Sam Darnold is the same ego level as Kyler Murray. Everybody
Yes.
can't take a step back like Sam Darnold did. He's a
Yes.
keep his head down, study the playbook type of dude. Ain't gonna piss nobody off. Kyler Murray is, like you said, in high school, people been kissing his butt the whole time. The air about him is like, I don't gotta do X, Y, and Z.
What?
So
Right.
mine's I was leaning towards Minnesota, but I got a mixed in with an unpopular opinion. Maybe this is his chance to go to the MLB, man.
Wow.
Like, why not, man?
Send
I
him to
love it.
baseball. He still got
Why
a
not?
contract.
You still got a contract.
Still
You're
got a
supposed to be the
contract.
greatest baseball player. Why not do that, man? Because I don't know if his ego can handle that. I agree with you. I think the Rams would be the best situation
Right.
if he's really trying to grow and be like a champion. Like Minnesota is attractive, but that's instant pressure. You know what I mean? They expect you to win. You coming in with that type of talent.
Absolutely.
But the Rams, you in a big market, you can sit back. You're gonna have a Super Bowl ready team in no more than 2 years, maybe less, with injuries. But my unpopular opinion is just try baseball, bro. Like you don't care, but you
Damn.
don't
You
care
kicking him out
anyway.
the league, bro,
You don't
off
care
the
anyway.
top.
Just I mean, while he's
Hey,
still young enough, you don't want to
Yeah,
try when
yeah.
you old.
You can
Try
try
when you
baseball
still
when
might
you
have a
old.
chance.
You can try
Ray, to your
baseball while you
point,
old.
I Googled this because I wasn't familiar with his baseball game. And
Mhm.
apparently the Athletics drafted him.
Yep.
And MLB.com 1 day ago says the A's are always open to a reunion
Always
with Kyler
open.
Yeah.
Murray. So, hey,
Brand
He's
new
really good
stadium,
at he's really good at
Vegas.
baseball. He's really good
Yeah,
at
put
baseball.
him at shortstop.
He's really
why
good.
not? Why not,
He's really
man?
good. I can't even hate. He's really good at baseball. All right. So we'll see what happens to him. I say LA. You say the Vikings, hit or miss. And my man Ray just said baseball. Try another sport, bro. It's over with in the NFL. You ain't got it like that. Yeah, and I
He's still a
definitely want to.
dog. I ain't saying he can't play.
Right.
Yeah, I just think it's like, hey, why not?
Why not give it? Why not give something else a try?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, we gonna keep it moving. Right now, 'tis the season for the basketball to go in the net, and it's getting close. This is the sprint of the season. The NBA is getting right towards that edge where we're getting to the third quarter of the season, going into the fourth, where people are starting to tighten up. Playoff spots are starting to get solidified, and the play-in options are also starting to get brought up. So I want to bring up a couple names that are the young guns in the NBA, and we're going to one by one them. And I just want opinions from you guys on that person, and I want to give it a 1 to 10 pressure level. So, who has the most to prove in the NBA playoffs? We're gonna start off at the top, and I want to get a 1 to 10. What is who the prove it meter, the pressure meter of how much this person
Hmm.
has on their back, and we want to go with somebody who went a little further in the playoffs. I want to start with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns on a scale to 1 to 10, 1 being no pressure, 10 being all the pressure, to prove his worth in the NBA playoffs. I want to start with you, Ray. What you got? What's the pressure level for him to prove himself in the NBA? 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest.
Like with an explanation or just a number.
You can give me a number and then give me an explanation of why you picked that number.
Oh, I would say a five. I would say a five, like basically half, because I feel like he at the age out of the people you selected, he's at the age where they know what he is by now. We all know what Karl Anthony Towns is. He's not a tough guy. He's not gonna push them over the top. He a star, but he like a lower tier star. He can hoop, but he ain't gonna change the game or nothing. So I think they know what he is. So the pressure is kind of off. I
Yeah.
think the Knicks, they should have been one. I think last year was probably their year. Now people are already trying to move off of him, trying to get Giannis, trying to get this player. And if he was doing his job, they wouldn't be looking for another player. So I feel like the pressure off. He is what he is. Probably not gonna win a title with him, but yeah, I would say five, like half.
Halfway up there. All right, Cal,
Yeah.
what you got? What's the pressure level and why?
I'm gonna go 7.5 for Karl Anthony Towns. He's a former number 1 overall pick.
He was number
He was
one.
he was brought to the Knicks with championship aspirations. I thought they pulled the trigger a little too quick with the squad they had. Like I would have kept what they had instead of like trading all their picks, Cat, and Miles Bridges,
Right.
or Mikal Bridges, I should say.
Mikal.
But the fact that he is their number 2 guy, they're a top 3 seed in the East. They have championship aspirations. The only way they win a championship, because I don't think they're beating the Thunder, obviously. They could get out of the East, but I don't see them actually beating any team that makes it out of the West, realistically.
Right.
The only way they could, though, is if Cat blacked out. If Cat averaged something like, 22 and 14, stayed out of foul trouble. Like we saw it just last night. He fouls out against the Thunder in a key game. You know what I mean? You got the Thunder at home. That's the best team in the league. Cat fouls out with like 4 or 5 minutes left. That's typical Karl Anthony Towns. So in order for the Knicks to do anything, he's got to be truly that number 2 guy. If not, like Ray said, man, like you already hear the Giannis stuff. That's only going to amplify when, whether they lose in the finals or if they lose earlier than the finals, that's only going to amplify. So he's got real pressure because if he actually comes through, they could actually do something. But you're asking a lot out of Cat to, stay out of foul trouble, rebound, and play offense at an extremely high level. So, yeah, I'd say 7.5, especially when you factor in his draft status.
Right. Okay. I give him honestly, I give him like a 3 because I don't believe in Cat. I never believed in Cat. Now I'm not knocking him. Great athlete. He's not the man. You don't expect much out of him. It's like when he does do good, it's like, oh man, that's what's
It's a
up.
plus.
But nobody goes into the game like, oh, Cat's got to carry us to the champion. It's all about Jalen Brunson. Now, if we was asking this question about Jalen Brunson, it's a 9 because you have to carry this whole New York team basically on your back. And I really think in his case, and I'm not trying to segue to him, he needs to be more of a facilitator to get a guy like Cat involved instead of looking to score. So I give Cat like a 3. I'm not really impressed with his game. I think he should do more. It just doesn't look good in the optics of what he does to me to say, okay, I gotta rely on this guy. That's just my opinion about Cat. I'm not trying to be a hard ass on him. I'm not trying to knock him because he does his cat-like antics, for lack of a better
Big
word.
purr.
Big purr.
Exactly.
But hey, it is what it is. It is
Rebuttal
what it is.
though. If you're saying Jalen Brunson's a 9 for pressure, your
Yes.
number 2 guy's automatically going to have more pressure too. Like he can't be. At a
I
3
think he
if
might be
Jalen
the number 2
Brunson's at a
scorer,
9.
but I don't even think he's the number 2 guy. That number 2 guy is OG
Yeah.
and Anobi.
It's based on the
OG
night.
yeah,
For real.
OG's very
Yeah.
important. OG's very important. But
Hart,
I mean,
Hart is like
we're talking about payroll. If we're talking about payroll and what
I'm
it takes to
talking
win,
about
they
what
need
you-
Cat to come through. They need Cat to come
he's
through. if they're gonna
supposed to
win.
come through, but I don't believe in him. I don't believe that he will.
That-
That's why
that's
I
a
put more
different
pressure on
conversation.
Brunson. All right,
That's
we'll
true.
keep it
That's true.
moving.
I got you.
Yeah. That's a whole different conversation. I'm just saying, but as far as like him, my pressure level is 3. He don't have no pressure. Nobody's looking for him to make something happen.
Yeah.
They're hoping he makes something happen, but they
I
ain't
think
get-
press-
they
I
ain't
think
looking
pressure-
for it.
Pressure comes from expectations. If I don't expect
Bam.
nothing out of you,
Then I can't put no pressure
yeah,
on you.
yeah.
True.
My man,
I think New
Cat
York's
is an
expecting things out of him,
all-star.
though.
Yeah, he's an all-star, but I think he's the all-star purely because of his stats. But are you counting on Cat Williams to take you to the promised lands? Well, Cat Williams.
Look,
Cat Williams is insane.
can't even get his name right. That's how you know
Anthony
he.
Because you said Big
Cat
Purr,
Williams.
bro.
That's his nickname.
I know it
That's
is.
not a tough nickname at all.
Big
Purr.
Zesty. You know what I mean? Zestmeister himself. You know. Okay, so all right, let's keep it rolling. Got another guy. This is for my main man. Shout outs to my arch nemesis Keenan. We got to get him back on here. As far as something to prove in the NBA playoffs, Stephon Castle, San Antonio, the talk of the town, the new NBA darlings, the second best team in the West. On a 1 to 10 scale, what's the pressure of him having to prove something in these upcoming NBA playoffs? Oh, anybody can
Oh,
go.
it's,
I'll let y'all
oh.
pick. Let y'all
Oh.
pick.
I was gonna just say, there's no pressure on him. Mine will be like a 1. There's no pressure on him.
Wow, 1?
Yeah, it's no pressure on this dude. He's too young. The Spurs are in the honeymoon phase. They ain't did nothing. They ain't got that. They doing what the Rockets did the 1 year before they got
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. They went number 2. Everybody acting like they was about to do something, but it's like, no, you young, you have energy. These teams are playing strategically. You playing with all fire, so you can get a top seed just off excitement. Oh, we finally good.
Uh,
Everybody want to play hard. Everybody want to play minutes. You know what I mean? These other teams is taking a step back, resting people. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah.
a strategy involved. So I feel like they that new hungry team in the league. They're gonna get a couple big wins and make people think they ready, but they not ready. He's a dog. Trust me, they gonna be ready, but not yet. That's why I said it ain't no pressure on him. The
They
pressure's
not
all on
ready,
Wimby.
Cal.
If they have any pressure, it's all on Wimby anyway. He's
It's
like
true.
third on the team as far as pressure.
That's very true. I agree with Ray. There's not any real pressure on Castle, but kind of the same way I feel about Cat. If the Spurs are actually going to win it this year, he would have to play well. He would be third in line
Has
after
to.
Fox and Wemby. So no real pressure from the outside world or even the Spurs. But guess what? After whatever happens to them, at the end of the playoffs, I don't think any of us actually expect them to win it all. So when they lose, and people are going to take them serious next year for sure to win the championship. That pressure is going to be mounting after the playoffs, I think. So I think, like Ray said, it's kind of the honeymoon phase right now, but
Right.
after the playoffs, like once it's all said and done, we're heading towards the 2027 season. Yeah, that's the guy that it's really like, all right, you got to come through if we're going to win it next year and years beyond. So, yeah.
Um, I don't put again. I hate to say it. I don't put any pressure on Stephon Castle because I won't say I don't believe in the Spurs. I think they're the Thunder before the Thunder were the Thunder. They're two, like I said on Warner Brothers podcast. They're at least 2 years away. This year and next year, and maybe the other year, then they'll be able to reach their peak. Everybody will be at the height of their powers. They'll
Mhm.
have the everything in as long as Wemby stays healthy, they'll have everything. In total, they'll probably have the face of the NBA, probably the MVP. He's gonna probably be defensive player of the year this year. That'll give Stephen another year to grow. They might swap out De'Aaron Fox with a different piece. Their role players will get a chance to develop and grow, and then he'll really be able to step into his own. So I give him. I really give him a 1. I say I don't think they're gonna make it out of the first round, and that's just my opinion. I'm not trying to be hard on the kid, but I don't think he's ready to really take on the rigorous task of the playoffs, especially with no experience. All right, next up, Banchero for the Orlando
Hello.
Magics. How much pressure is on Banchero to show out in these playoffs? Is it a 1? Is it a 10? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. We'll go back to you, Cal. What is he? Where is he at right now?
The Magic have been such a disappointment. I don't think there's any real pressure on him. But in a way, there is too. You know what I mean? Because he is also a number one draft pick. He's actually performed well in the playoffs. It's been more Franz Wagner on the other side who hasn't performed well, his teammate. But Franz is injured right now. They're going to go into the playoffs banged up. They've been banged up the entire season between Suggs, Banchero, and Franz. So I don't know. You can give it a light 5, to be honest, right in the middle, because there's pressure on him to perform. But I don't think anyone's actually expecting the Magic to do anything this year, which is unfortunate because preseason, I think a lot of people did have expectations, but they've kind of fallen to the wayside. So, yeah, I would say a 5 or 6.
Okay, I want to follow up with that. I think his pressure is a 10.
A 10?
A
10.
10.
Crazy.
Yes. Not because I expect them to win the NBA Finals, but because this is y'all got to do something. Y'all been building and bubbling and letting this stew brew for the past 3-4 seasons, and I'm getting tired of you just having hype before this. I even said Orlando Magic should be something to mess with in the East before the season started. They were my sleeper. I'm tired. You went and traded every pick under the sun for Bane. And what are we doing here? You're not building anything. Nothing looks different. You always look middle of the pack, and you're supposed to be that guy. You're supposed to be the guy who can put the team on your back, a la Wemby, a la Luka now, how LeBron did. He was so hyped up to be that dude, and I haven't seen it. So if you go out here and lay another egg in the weak East, just go on, sit down. It ain't your team no more. Let Wagner take over. Let somebody else do it because they look at him like he is the superstar of the team. He is pretty much a household name, and everybody still looks at him like, oh, he's got so much upside. Show me. Show me when it matters. So it's a 10. Just for him to show that he belongs in the upper echelon of these young dogs that are coming in.
Can I give a quick rebuttal before Ray goes?
That's a
Real quick. He is averaging 28 in the playoffs. The two appearances he's had, he's averaging 28 and 8. Like, dude's putting up numbers. Like, he's kind of backing it up.
I need you to drop 40 then.
You know, I mean, he's only 23 too. It's not like they've been to the playoffs like 8 times. They only been there twice, so
Listen,
I think they're still in the
as
come
much
up.
hype has been around this dude, it's a 10. Show me something. It's cats in here. The same thing with Wemby. I need to see something. I just didn't pull him up because he's on a different plateau of players right now. He's doing some unbelievable stuff. I want to get the young guys that people are talking about but aren't talking about who get passes. This is the future of the NBA. This guy is the future of the NBA, is he not? He's one of the guys who are going to be. We're talking about every guy we brought up is going to be future, probably superstar. I need my superstars to be superstars in superstar moments. 10. That's just my opinion. What you got for me, Ray?
Well, definitely not a 10 because that go back to my point of expectations, man. I don't think nobody expect Paulo to go crazy because, like Kyle said, he only 23. He's still on his way up, but this is the first official year where he not in the honeymoon phase. Where I see reports of people actually coming at him because before it was like, oh, this dude cold. He got all the skills. From the LeBron Ben Simmons type build, but
Right.
now they calling him out. Now they're like, oh, this dude can't shoot. He can't do this. So the numbers look good, but this is the first time he actually getting called out. So he has more pressure than a couple people on the list. And you in the East with a
Right.
bunch of unhealthy teams. So you should be able to win. So I got him at a 7, but his 10 is astronomical, man.
10 is astronomical. It is not astronomical, bro. I need that with cheese on it. I need 10. So
I'll go with a 7, man.
a 7? That ain't far
Yeah.
from 10.
It ain't that far, but it's some pressure, but not that much. Nobody gonna care for what Orlando do for real.
All right, I'm gonna save one for last. I'm gonna bring this guy up because he's a young gun and people had high expectations for him. Is this Amir or this Amin? I think this is
Amin.
Amin
Yep.
Thompson. I get it that the twins throw me off because both of them balling out on their teams, but he's more so a focal piece on the Houston Rockets. He's supposed to take that next step. It's supposed to be him, Kevin Durant, and what's the tall dude's name? Center.
Sangoon.
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 Thank you. Escaped me. So that's supposed to be their big 3. What's the pressure level for my man, Amin Thompson? I know he's balling, he looks good, he's doing his thing, but this your second year. Y'all was two seed last year, right? Right,
Mhm.
without KD. You still there? You supposed to be helping carry. You supposed to be a defensive menace and probably averaging almost 20 a game. What's his pressure level? Because they do have expectations. I'm gonna start with you, Ray. Since the Rockets do have expectations to win, especially when you got KD, considered one of the best players on the planet to this day.
I'm gonna be honest. I think he's a little bit lower on the pressure. I would say a 5. I would say a 5 because
To
he in
show
a
up in the
different.
playoffs, his pressure level is a 5.
I think so because of who he with, and he ain't Paulo. Paulo came in number 1. He in the East. His injured teams, so I will put his pressure a little bit high. In the West, I don't know too many people that picked the Rockets. I think you might have somebody might have picked the Rockets
I
to
picked
go
Kevin
far.
Durant to be MVP.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
not working out.
And you
But
said
that was my
OKC.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I
Okay.
don't
See.
think I don't think nobody really feared the Rockets
Or the
like that.
Nuggets.
You know, if they had Fred Van Vliet, I think it'd be a different story because he bring the toughness to the team. He won a title. I love KD, but I don't look at him like some crazy leader. You know what I mean? He's just a hooper all day long. He can hoop with anybody, but leadership, I don't know if he gonna affect the team. And I think Amin Thompson is a dog. He gonna be good one day, but I don't think he to the point where he got actual pressure on him just yet because of who he playing with, and he play in the Western Conference. It's like 5 other teams you gonna name before you really think about the Rockets being a threat.
Okay. And what number did you give him pressure wise?
I said a 5.
5. 5. Okay.
5
Uh,
worth.
5. Okay. Kyle, what you got? What's the pressure level for him to show up in these NBA playoffs?
I'll go with 3. I view him much like I view Stephon Castle with the Spurs. He's the number 3 guy. What you really need from him is to shoot, and that's his weakness right now. So, and he plays so hard, and he can he's gonna be guarding the other team's best player and
All
guarding
day.
him well. So I mean, if anything, he's gonna like have a love affair with him, like from the media and from hoop heads around the country, like once the playoffs start, you know. So all the pressure's really on KD and Sangoon. If anybody, if the young guys out of the young guys, it's probably Sangoon has the most pressure on the Rockets for the young guns. Amen's again, he plays so hard and just does all the ancillary things that
Yeah.
he can kind of just coast much like Castle with the
Yeah,
Spurs,
yeah.
honestly. So I put it at a 3. But after this year, much like Castle, the championship expectations are going to keep rising. So after this year,
course.
he'll probably be out of the honeymoon stage. But for right now, 3.
Or KD. After KD leaves, it's gonna be like, what you gonna do?
Now what you
Exactly.
gonna
What you
do?
gonna do?
Now what you gonna do? Um, I think it's. I think I give him a 6. 6. It's time for you to step into your own. People forget LeBron's over the hill. He's showing signs every game. I mean, he's great. When you're great, you're great. Someone like
Yeah.
Jordan, when he gets old, when you're great, you're great. It is what it is. But KD's over. KD's getting to that phase. Steph's getting to that phase. All these OGs from our generation are phasing out. They're considered the unks now in this here NBA. So you got to really think about like, what are we doing with these young guys? Like, these are the guys that are supposed to come in and tote it so highly coming in. Him and his brother. So I definitely think it's a 6 just because of what team he's on, and them being the 2nd seed last year with a great coach. I expect more. That's like you said, right? The expectations are there. You can't go from 2 and then just because you're not seated well this year, my expectations change. If not, I'm disappointed because you added 25 points a game where you were missing out on a guy who would show up and drop 40 and then come back the next night and give you 2. So
Right.
6 for me. All right. Last but not least, homegrown, our very
First on
own
this one, man.
Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley, Defensive Player of the Year. He is the man. He is the anchor. What is the pressure level for Evan Mobley going into these playoffs? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. How much pressure is on Evan Mobley to show up in the NBA playoffs? Ray, you want to take point on
If it's
this?
cool with Kyle.
Go ahead.
Go for it. I'm ready for we all ears. What you got?
I'm going 9 on him, man.
Ooh.
I think it's a reason you picked him last because I think he got the most pressure out of all these dudes because first of all, we got a championship level team. And the reason we either win the championship or lose the championship is based on one person, and is Mobley. You know what I mean? I know what I'm gonna get from Donovan Mitchell. People can say
Right.
whatever they want about James Harden. He's
Right.
been to the Western Conference Finals. He's had big games. You know what I mean? He's established. Mobley, we still waiting for that leap. He in the same class as Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham, and Cade going crazy. Cade is looking like the MVP. And I'm not trying to compare him, but when you in somebody's class, you're gonna get compared to him. And Evan Mobley still ain't made that leap. He's the dude that we compared to Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett, man, and we haven't seen it. And I love the dude, man. I was excited when we got him. The defense, I appreciate that. We gonna need that, but as far as his offensive bag, he got to show us something, man. So I think all the pressure is on him because if he don't show up, we lose, and they might break the team up even more. Donovan Mitchell might leave. James Harden might leave. It's all based on one dude.
That's true.
If he
I
don't
can see
show up,
that.
they're gonna be entertained in trades, man. So I say 9. I was gonna say 10, but
You trying to be nice? You trying to be nice?
yeah. We need you, Mobley, man.
That's spoken like a true analyst and a fan. Kyle, what you got for me? 1 through 10, 1 the lowest. Oh, but before we die, shout out the chat.
Yeah, I was
Chat,
about to
my man. He said
25.
25.
Look, see. Yep.
He said,
Everybody know
okay,
it.
but to answer the question, 10, definitely. Yeah,
See?
I
Yeah.
respect it. What you got, Kyle? 1 to 10. 10 being the highest amount of pressure, 1 being the lowest. How much pressure is on Evan Mobley to show up and prove who he is in these upcoming NBA playoffs?
I gotta say, one of the reasons why I love doing this podcast is because I get like the temperature of Cleveland when I do this podcast. Between the Browns and Cavs, like I can really tell how y'all feel by just doing this podcast. So I love that part.
Facts.
Because I would actually say an 8, but like y'all are like, hey, if we're gonna win, it's gonna be on the heels of this guy, on the back of this guy. Like he's gonna step up just that much more. Um, I would give him an 8, and I gave Cat a 7.5 because I feel much like Ray, probably a little less pressure, but like I do feel like if the Cavs are gonna win, it'll be because Mobley took a step up. So I do agree with that part. But I do feel like the pressure's more on the top two there, the backcourt, Harden and Mitchell. Especially Mitchell, which who by the way is number 6 all time in points per game. So y'all can flex on that. Anytime anyone wants to say Mitchell don't show up, just tell him he's
Right.
number 6
He's
all
not the
time.
problem.
He ain't the problem. He ain't never the
Ain't
problem.
nobody worried
He ain't
about
never the
Donovan
problem.
Mitchell showing
Um,
up.
Worried about him.
And I really I hate to like keep bringing this point up. I really don't even think if the Cavs lose, it'll be on Mobley. I would look
You
to
think
Harden
it'll be on
before
Harden?
Mobley, but it'll be a little bit of a blame pie between Harden and Mobley. Because what is this year 5 for Evan Mobley now? 5
Yeah,
or
I
6?
believe so.
Yeah.
So I mean
4 or
he's
5.
he's definitely at the point where like if Harden wasn't there, you'd be looking at him as the number 2 guy. So he really shouldn't escape that pressure either, or escape the blame either. So yeah, man, I've said on here and I've said on the Warner Brothers podcast, I think the Cavs are the only team in the East that can realistically win the championship this year out of the East. So yeah, if they're gonna win it, it's gonna be in large part because of this guy, because Mitchell and Harden put him in a position to be, in a
Yep.
position to win. He's one of the best. He's already got a defensive player of the year. And like Ray said, we need to see it on offense a little more. So he's got to be at least 22 points a game, between 18 and 22, I'd say, for the Cavs to really be where we want to see him,
Yeah.
where y'all want to see him.
Listen here. As a Cavs enthusiast, I made it my mission to watch as many Cavs games this year as possible. And I put a lot of I give them an 11 because you can't win defensive player of the
Overskill.
year, come back and then regress. Because
Ah,
it just don't work like that. Like I cannot get mad at the Cavs front office. They've done everything they can to help build. They went and got a facilitating guy in James Harden. Yeah, you can say what you want. Yeah, he chokes here and there, but who doesn't in the NBA? I get it. So that's everybody from LeBron on down. Mobley, if you don't step into your own this year, I know something. They might trade you away because you had every kudos in the world when you were ascending. Came back, put on weight, looked stronger. Man, get down there and bang, big fella, in my KG voice. I need him to go be dominant. I've said it before. If you can't be out there shooting jumpers all game. You got Jared Allen looking like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I mean? Like he looked like Allen is not a tough guy whatsoever.
but he bringing it, man. He playing tough now. I gotta respect it.
So you're getting outshined by Allen.
Yeah.
James Harden is looking for Allen in the pick and roll. They don't even play you in the pick and roll, bro. You're capable. You should be mad. Like, them my touches.
Yeah.
That's where I should be getting the ball at. I can play pick and roll. I can get to the rack. I can play grown man, hard-nosed basketball. Man, I need you to get into your bag, bro. I need you to get into your dogmatic, I'm trying to win. I don't care who in the way. Let's make it happen attitude. We don't need finesse. I said it before. We don't need finesse, Evan Mobley. We need dog mentality, hard work, helmet on, going in there trying to throw an elbow, kill somebody, Evan Mobley. Then you will be successful. Shout out to the chat. Him and
Dive
Jared
on the
Allen need
floor,
to average
too.
the same per game. 23, 11, and 3. Yes. Absolutely. And he's capable of it. It'd be different if he was just another tall guy. You can shoot the 3, spread the floor, but then you need to attack because then you scare him. You up fake, head to the paint, get fouled. You can shoot free throws. We need more from you. This is your year to prove that you are the cornerstone of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they will pay you handsomely, and the city will embrace you like you've never been embraced, even more so than you already have been. Just give us the glimmer that you're going to be elite. Right now, you're just great.
Mm-hmm.
Give me elite. You never hear a word from me. I haven't seen elite yet. I've seen great. I haven't seen elite. And that's just my standpoint on it. So those are our guys that we feel have the most to prove in the NBA playoffs. That's Paolo Banchero, Stephen Castle. Is it Steven or Stephen?
Stephon.
Stefan?
Yeah.
Like Stefan
Stephon
Urkel? Evan Mobley, Amin Thompson, and Karl Anthony Towns.
So we all got Mobley in.
Definitely got Mobley. It's a starting from March 15th all the way through the. Yes. You said start from March 15th all the way through the final. I need you to be dogmatic. I appreciate you. Shout out my main man E. All right. It's a tale as old as time. I want to speak on this. People say, who has the best basketball? Oh, back in my day, basketball was physical. Oh, back in my day, they were going against plumbers and then. Oh, back in my day, my dude dropped 100. Oh, back in my day, we had to go. So I made up a nice little picture, and I want everybody to chime in on who they got and why they got them. All right, I'm gonna share this with y'all. Bam, there it is. Now this is some nice starting fives here. We're gonna start from the bottom on up because some of y'all might not really know some of these guys. We got Wilt, we got Kareem, we got Bill Russell, we got the logo, Jerry West. The logo, Jerry West. Come on, man. And he got Oscar Robertson. Y'all know the names. Y'all might not know the faces. That's the silent generation. That's that 1925 to 1945 era. You got the baby boomers. You got Jordan, Hakeem, Magic. You got Charles Barkley. You got Larry Bird. Enough said. We got Gen X. You got Kobe. Kobe. Everybody yell Kobe when they shoot the paper basket. Kobe. You got Tim Duncan, the big fundamental. You got KG. You got Diesel and Shaq. You got AI, the answer, and Allen Iverson. Let's get to the millennials. Shout out millennials. I'm right there with y'all. Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Jokic, James Harden. And then you got the new kids on the block, the Gen Z killers. Jason Tatum, SGA, Wemby, Anthony Edwards, and Luka. All right, with all that being said, I want to know out of these starting five generationally, who's the best starting five and who's the starting five that would win against the other starting fives if they had a tournament with just these starting fives? Everybody's in their prime, no injuries. Chat what y'all think. I'm going to make it simpler. Just give me a winner, who your winner would be, and it don't have to be the same five. And who do you think is your best starting five generationally? I know it's difficult. I didn't flip a coin. I'm going to go with Kyle. Kyle, what you got?
I think the most well-rounded out of these five would be the millennials. And maybe I'm partial because I am a millennial, but I think that's the most well-rounded and well-balanced. And I kind of like Gen Z's roster as well. My favorite roster out of these, though, like if I'm gonna ride or die with one, man, it would be tough to get Gen X out of here in a tournament setting. That team's
Kobe,
full of
Tim
dogs.
Duncan, KG, Shaq, AI.
Like that team can't shoot at all. Excuse me. Can't shoot at all, but like, how are you gonna score on them? I
Kobe.
realistically don't really know how you're gonna score on them. Yeah, Kobe can shoot, but I mean, other than that, man, you ain't got like 3-point shooting on that team at all. But that's probably the team full of dogs the most, and the baby boomers. Obviously, you got Jordan, Magic, and Bird. Like they some killers too. So I love baby boomers, Gen X. I love all the teams, to be honest with you, but the most intriguing to me is Gen X. And if I had to really pick one to like say, all right, this team is
That's
the
the
most
best
well
team.
balanced and could
Yeah.
win, I'd probably say millennials. Gun
So
to
you
my
got the
head.
millennials being the overall best team of starting five, but the ones who will win against everybody is Gen X. You got somebody, my main man Twist, he pulled up. He said Gen X probably win. So you got somebody who rolling with you saying Gen X will probably get the dub, even though they scoring everything in the paint for the most part. I ain't mad at them. Ray, who you got? Who wins and who's the best overall starting five?
This was tough, man. I ain't gonna lie. Because I mean, I canceled out the silent generation, and not just because of they older, but it's just like three centers.
They
That's
do got
that's
three
not gonna
centers.
work.
They do
That's
got
not
three
gonna work.
centers.
That was the first mistake. I feel like baby boomers is underrated because they damn near got a perfect team because you got
You got
Jordan,
Magic at the
you
point.
got Magic, a real point guard.
At
Barkley, one of the best
6'8".
rebounders. He ain't even got a score. You got a shooter to spread the offense. You got probably the best offensive and defensive center. He played both ends.
Hakeem the
And
Dream.
Hakeem, and then MJ is you already know.
He's MJ.
So,
Come on.
but I agree with Kyle on the fact that Gen X probably got the most well balanced team. Only problem is shooting matters too much in today's game. You can be tough as you want if you can't shoot. Like who on that team is gonna be shooting to spread the floor? You got Shaq, Duncan, and KG in the paint. That's not gonna work to me. And I feel like Gen X is slept on because they're young, but they got a well balanced team because they got Wimby. But I went with the millennials. I'm a millennial too, but I went with them because they only have one weakness for real, and it's probably like they're not gonna be the greatest defensive team, but you got LeBron. You know what I mean? You got Steph. You got Harden. Harden can play point guard for real, and Steph can play off ball.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
He can run around, hit all the threes he want. Nobody on this whole list can guard Kevin Durant. Period. One on one. And
Wow.
then you got Jokic, who's who. Shaq dominated as he is. Jokic with the playmaking. You got three playmakers on the Millennials. You know what I mean? LeBron, Jokic, and Harden. So Steph and KD can just shoot all day. So I'm gonna go with them too.
So you got the Millennials as the best overall team. You
hmm
who would win?
I got Millennials on both of the
On
question.
both.
Yeah, you seen them in the Olympics, man. Those three guys right there
The coach,
carry the world on their back.
literally, the whole USA said Millennials no defense but Bron. That's at you,
Mm.
Ray. How you feel about that?
Defense ain't gonna matter in this competition, man.
It's about scoring points.
Because
About scoring points. We got some guys that
they
step
all
in.
good. What is
They
defense
are.
gonna do to players that's unstoppable? They all
That's
unstoppable.
true. That's true.
Okay, so we got some guys that showed up in the chat. I was showing up. I want to go back over them. My man D'Angelo, shout out D'Angelo. He said, "I'm torn between baby boomers and Gen X.
Mhm.
So, which one do you think is the best team, and which one of your choices you think would win?" My man E said, "Gen X is most dominant defense with the midi game. But threes outweighs twos every day of the week. That's good.
Who
Baby
who
boomers for me.
who guarding LeBron on the
So,
baby boomers, man?
baby boomers, D, are they the best team and the best starting five? What you got?" My man Twist pulled up. He said, "Defense always matters.
Man, this is gonna be an all-star
Always.
game.
Always. If we playing this, say this is the NBA Finals, and you have to pick a starting five, you going with the Millennials?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my pick.
And Ray and Cal, you going with Gen X for your NBA Finals team?
It would be a toss up between Gen X and Millennials. I actually would lean probably Millennials more. I'm honestly torn between Boomers, Gen X, and Millennials. I
Kobe and
would,
Shaq will be
There's some good
arguing.
lineups, ain't they? There's some good lineups. There's some good
and
lineups.
then like
Shaq could be hard.
Jordan Bird and Magic and Hakeem, they're all killers, and Barkley a killer too. But defense.
So the silent generation gets no love, huh?
They play some
Three
defense.
centers, man. It's like
So Millennials will
Yeah,
definitely
centers.
take
They
it all.
they match up well with Gen X. Like they got three guys in the paint with Timmy,
Right.
KG, and Shaq, so they match up well with Gen X.
but KG can play. Used to play three sometimes.
That's true. Yeah, he got the
Bill
mid-range
Russell
too.
with these athletes on the wing
Jerry West.
with their Chuck Taylors on.
Jerry
With
West.
the, yeah,
like
right
he's
with the Chuck
cooked.
Taylor.
Fuck his
Exactly.
ankles up, man.
The high tops.
Have a fractured ankle in a second.
Man, D'Angelo said anybody
it'd be
can
close,
guard
though.
LeBron. Once you hit LeBron, it's over.
Nah, bro.
Who guarded Shaq?
My man
guarded
said the
Shaq is what I
silent
wanna know.
old dudes play
Oh, nobody
nobody.
guarding
They
Shaq.
the worst.
I agree with you on that. Ain't nobody guarding Shaq.
Ain't nobody guarding Shaq. Nobody on here is guarding Shaq. Not Wimby,
Nah,
not Bill
nobody.
Russell, not Kareem, not
Nobody.
Oscar. None of them are guarding Shaq. And with that being said, I think the team that probably would win probably is because of that reason. I say the team that will win is Gen X. I think Gen X would win against the rest of these teams in the finals just because, they're going to be able to play defense and offense. I think Shaq is just that. Fuck, he's just an X factor, bro. Who's stopping prime Shaq?
Nobody. What about the backcourt though?
That's my
Iverson and
only
Kobe?
scary thing. Iverson, he's not a
Iverson ain't
passer.
able to
Who
guard
the hell's
anybody.
who's playing point guard? Like,
Nobody.
who's
That's what I'm
passing the
saying.
ball?
That's
Tim
why.
Duncan will
KG
probably
be the
be your
point guard
best
on that
choice at
team.
point guard.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I didn't pick them. They don't have a point guard.
I think overall in a 7-game
some dogs.
series, I think they might get. I don't know. It's tough because the millennials are crazy.
Another reason I picked millennials,
Crazy.
you got all unselfish dudes. You got that star ego. They like LeBron is a step back. We know he'll pass.
He'll pass
You
the
know,
ball.
Steph Curry, team player. Kevin Durant just want to hoop. They'll get him the ball, no problem. Jokic like passing. Harden like passing.
Yeah.
Gen X is like Kobe and Iverson and Shaq wanting
Everybody
the
need the
ball.
rock in their hand.
I don't know.
Only one
KG.
unselfish is Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
Some ego.
exactly.
Quietly,
Oh,
Gen
no.
Z matches up very well with everybody. Like they could
Yeah, they
quietly
do.
guard every position, and they got shooting on their team, like from every
Yes, they
position.
do.
All those
Yeah,
guys.
they do.
they slept on. Oh,
I just think that the skill level, even right now, we see it. We're seeing them not in their prime yet. We're going right now.
mhm.
Who the hell is Luka Garden?
James Harden.
He can't guard James
Hey,
Harden.
guard James, prime
I'm
James.
I'm talking
Yeah,
prime
that's
James
yeah,
Harden.
Yeah, no, he can't guard anybody.
He can't guard.
Well,
He
that's
can't
probably
guard
who they're sticking
AI.
at.
Steph gonna
He
have him
can't
tired
guard- man. He
or
can't
fouled
guard
out.
Nobody.
He'll guard Bill Russell. That's probably the only guy on
Okay.
this list. he
All
can
right,
guard
so
is
since
Bill Russell.
everybody's, let's do it like this. Since everybody's picking the millennials and Gen X, that's what I'm hearing a lot of. Let's put them in the NBA Finals matchup. So you got Steph, LeBron, KD, Jokic, James Harden versus Kobe, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Diesel, Shaq, and AI. Who wins that NBA Finals?
I'm sticking with mine, man. You got the hacker Shaq. We ain't even mention that. Everybody on my team can hit free throws. Every single one of them.
That's true.
LeBron is probably the worst one, but he can hit free throws. Shaq, not hitting free throws, man. So I'm gonna stick with the millennials, man. Shooting is just too important. They match up athletically. It's like the only thing they really have over them to me is like muscle or whatever. So they more physical, but that's really it. You
Shaq-
need a point guard and you
Shaq-
need shooting, and they don't have neither one.
Shaq got a point. My main man D pulled up. He said, "Baby Boomers has Jordan. That's all I need. And Bird going to shoot the lights out. And the Dream already killed Shaq."
When he was a baby, not Lakers Shaq,
Said not prime
not
Shaq.
Lakers Shaq.
Prime
We
Hakeem
talking
is
about prime.
crazy.
He
Prime
ain't
Hakeem
Shaq.
is crazy.
He ain't Shaq.
Let's get back to the chat. Gen X versus Baby
Oh,
Boomers.
yeah.
Baby Boomers wins in Game 7. It's gonna come down to the mental. Them Baby Boomers was definitely mentally tough.
Point.
You
That's a
wait a minute. So you telling me nobody in Gen X was mentally tough?
Damn, what you talking about, bro?
Whoa.
They definitely mentally tough. All of them mentally
Kobe
tough.
ain't nothing but a spinoff of Jordan. Tim
Duncan
Duncan is
quietly
a multiple.
mentally tough.
He got like
Yeah.
5 rings. Kevin Garnett is he's a demon.
Yeah,
He different. Shaq was a bully.
Iverson,
did
one of
whatever
the
he wanted to
toughest
do.
players ever.
If Iverson was 6'6", he might have been better than Jordan. He just was so little. He just was small. That's all it was. If he was taller, he'd be a whole different caliber of player. My main man Twist pulled up. He said he talking about free throws. It's okay, Ray. You forgot about their defense.
Oh, free throws don't matter now. What if it's a close game 7?
We're talking about
What
free
you gonna do?
throws, not the threes, not the twos, but the
Yeah,
free
all right.
throws.
Three
That's
is
another thing it
better than
depends
2.
on.
3 is
It's like
better
what
than
rule?
2.
What rules we playing by? Because he's right. Hack a Shaq back in Shaq's day, you could do that all the way through, like till the clock ticks 0.
That's
you know,
true.
nowadays you can only do it till the last 2 minutes of each half,
Yeah.
I think, or the fourth quarter, one of the two.
One
So
of the two.
that's important too when it comes to this. But dude raises a good point, man. Like Baby Boomers and Gen X, they definitely gonna have the mental advantage and the toughness advantage on some
Yeah.
of these older generations. Not that millennials ain't tough. Not that like Curry's obviously tough, Bron's tough, Durant's tough, but it's a different sort of toughness with Gen X. Actually, I take back Durant. Durant might not be tough, but everyone else
Tough.
they tough.
That's
I love KD though. Shouts to KD.
all right. So we're gonna keep it rolling. Chat, keep coming in with your comments. We got to keep it rolling. We're getting up against it. We're gonna switch up subjects. This was a great debate. I like this. I'm glad I brought this to everybody's attention because everybody talk about how great their generation is until you put the shit on paper, and then it switch up. You know what I mean? You got people picking Gen X that was born in Gen Z. You know, we got people picking baby boomers who didn't see them guys play. So I love it.
I need
I love
3-point shooters, man.
You said
Y'all,
you need the 3-point shooters.
all these 2-point shooters, man. Come on, man.
I love it. I love it.
Got to get
All
three
right.
the hard way.
3 the hard way. 2 on the
That's
foul.
cool.
2 on the foul, baby. All right, so we're gonna get to some entertainment news, and then we're gonna get up out of here. We're gonna run through it rather quickly. We're getting up against it. But keep coming in with it. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and enjoy Warner Brothers Podcast on all platforms. 623 on all platforms. It's the Hyper Podcast on all platforms. And let's get to it. Are we ready? Let's
Yep.
get it.
Let's do it.
Entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
All right. Are you not entertained? This right here is when we talk about everything under the sun, but we've been focusing on music and everything that's going on with music. I'm going to get back to the comments in a minute. I see you pulling up. If you pulled up late, we was talking about everything. I appreciate you for showing love. I'll get back to you. But on this edition of Are You Not Entertained, we're going to give another top 3. We've already done our South. We've already done our East Coast. Now we're going to take it to the land of the, you see some nice bruss in the West. Shout out to Biggie. We're gonna take it to the West Coast, and we're gonna talk about our top 3 West Coast albums. You know, and I want to know, chat, what is your top 3 West Coast albums? Now, this can be any genre of music, but they have to be a West Coast artist. So I need top 3 West Coast albums. Who did we start with last? We start with Cal. This time around, we're gonna do round robin. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
And make it interesting like that. I'm gonna flip a coin. Tails, it don't matter. We're gonna go left to right. Ray, you start first. What you got? What's your, and no specific order, top 3. If you want to say order, that's fine. What's your first album from the West Coast? Top 3.
Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Kendrick, and why?
I mean, Kendrick got to be on any West Coast list, and I just picked the album I like the most from him. You know, that's a perfect album to me. You got to have it on there. It ain't really no crazy discussions. It's just like
That's just the
it's
joint,
Kendrick,
baby.
man.
It's
Yeah, he
Kendrick,
arguably
baby.
is like, come on, man. You got to have one, and that's the one I'm gonna go with.
Okay. I like it. All right, playing round robin style. What you got, Cal? What is one of your top 3 West Coast albums?
Hey man, he dropped a Kendrick album. I got to drop a Kendrick album as well. It's actually his latest, GNX. I think that's a great West Coast album.
Oh, you threw a curveball on me.
I kind of play fast and loose with the rules because you get us the top.
You definitely
3.
threw a curveball on me.
I was gonna say
My favorite Kendrick album is probably Damn, honestly. But I feel like GNX is more West Coast than Damn is. And I even think Good Kid, Mad City is probably the most West Coast out of all of them. But I love GNX. Shouts to the West Coast. Like Ray said, man, it's Kendrick. What are you gonna do? You can pick really any one of his albums out of his discography and be cool with it. So
Not any.
look at
I
that.
don't know. Some of them was all right.
I'd say any but Mr. Morale, but you know, 4 out of 5 I'll take for
Take
sure.
4 out of 5. I respect it. That was a
Yeah.
dope album. It took over for the whole summer. Most definitely.
I like that Damn take too, man. I'm starting to like that.
What you say?
That's
Say
starting to move up,
but
man.
Damn has his
Love
best
Damn.
work.
I agree. Damn's incredible.
I mean,
Right.
GCMC the best.
Not mad at that. Not mad at any of the Kendrick picks, especially To Pimp a Butterfly too. That's Keenan's favorite actually. Shout out to Keenan.
Shout out to Keenan, Warner Brothers Podcast. Okay, We speeding it along a little bit. That's fine with me. I'm gonna pick my album. My album that I picked as where's it at? Let me find it. I thought I had it up here. I might have to go another route till I get there. That's okay. I might take somebody's album then. I'm gonna go with Doggy Style. Doggy Style. Snoop.
Mm-hmm.
Diggity Dog. You can't have the West without Snoop, man. No Snoop, no West Coast. That's just the way it is. This album, I shouldn't have been listening to when it came out. It was definitely inappropriate, but I
Yeah,
knew almost every word to every song.
the cover.
And oh my, the cover was totally inappropriate. But you know, shouts out to mom. She never knew I had it because I bought it with my own money, and they let me get it at the store even though you were supposed to be a certain age. So I appreciate him for that. But Snoop is just he's the guy. He's the guy. He's Uncle the West, Godfather of the West.
Mm.
His album when he came out was like nothing that had ever really been out. Death Row. He put Death Row on the map even after Tupac had showed up. He made them more of what they were. He's still doing his thing today, still dropping tracks that are amazing. But this right here is a top album for me, my main man. Shout out Snoop.
Hell yeah.
Ray, back to you. What you got?
I got Dom Kennedy Yellow album.
Don Kennedy Yellow
Yeah.
album. And that's
Play-
one of your favorite joints. You
play the
recently
shit.
got the vinyl. I remember you showed me that.
Oh yeah, yo. One of the hardest vinyls to find in the world, man. God is good. I got my Holy Grail vinyl, but that's I gotta put that on there. You know, that's another perfect album, good summer album you can ride around to. And based on this list, I wanted to pick something different than Kendrick Lamar. To Pimp a Butterfly is a heavier album, heavier topic. So
Yeah.
to balance that out, I'll throw something like this on. Just want to ride around, no skips, man.
Have a
So
good time. Maybe
yeah,
have some, not drinking and driving so you don't spill your liquor.
yeah.
All right. Cal, number 2. No order in particular. What you got?
Shouts to Ray, man. Dom Kennedy is super underrated, so I love that pick right there. I'm gonna go with the Chronic. It's not one I go back to, honestly. And it was between this and Doggy Style to put on my list, and thankfully you, John, you
Yeah.
picked Doggy Style, so we could represent Doggy Style the
Represent.
way properly. But the Chronic to me is like the older brother to Doggy Style,
Yeah.
and honestly, this is basically like you could damn near call this Snoop's debut album for real, before Doggy
Mhm.
Style, because
Yes.
Snoop's featured on it so much. So,
He's all
but it's
over it.
such a perfectly produced album. It's iconic. Like that album cover is just like as iconic as you can get. along with
It
Doggy
might
Style.
be
So
one of the
like
best produced records of all time. If it's like number 1 and number 2,
100%.
this
100%,
sonically was
man.
crazy.
That's
Mm,
my number
100%.
one.
Tell him. I mean, what more can you say? I mean, I don't go back to it much, but I feel like you have to have Doggy Style or Chronic in your top 3, regardless. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback. I picked the Chronic also. I got a little bit of a hedge. I know you guys is, but you don't know mine. Just to peek behind the curtain to the chat of how we do things. We set it up before. They don't know each other's, but I know both of theirs, and they don't know mine's at all. So this is what makes it fun because nobody really knows everybody's except for me. But I act like I don't. But it's still cool anyway. So I definitely went with the Chronic. That's another album that I snuck and bought as a youngster. And Dr. Dre, for me, it was Dr. Dre, Manny Fresh, Kanye West. Those were like my go-to producers as far as because I was in production. So those were like my guys that I just idolized their production style because they were always totally amazing, cutting edge, and they always pushed the envelope with, sonically. And a lot of people don't know what I mean by that, but sonically, their landscapes were nothing that was ever heard before they did it. And they always stepped their game up. I think them and RZA from Wu-Tang.
Yeah, that's
he
a
doesn't
good
get
one.
enough
Yeah.
love. He doesn't get enough love. He was crazy with it. All right, we're swinging the corner. Right back to you, Ray. Give me number 3.
My last one, obvious Tupac, All Eyes on Me. That's my last one. That's my favorite West Coast album, that and Yellow album. I gotta pick that for the reason y'all said about Chronic. I think it's this the best produced album ever. Like the mixing,
Who produced
it don't sound like 1996. You know what I
It
mean?
don't.
It still sound clean, the production, the mixing, everything. And
Shout out Dre.
it's just too good, man. It's too good. DJ Quick actually mixed it. So
Oh, he did the mix.
yeah, he mixed
Okay.
it. So This is
That's
it got
all in the
hits.
family. All in the
Yeah,
family.
yup. It got everything on here, man. It got every type of Tupac style you want.
This was
You know
double
what I
disc too,
mean?
wasn't it?
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
double disc, he started the trend that everybody using to this day, and they still ain't been able to live up to it. I think Biggie's
No.
probably the only one that's been close, or some people think it's better. But yeah, this
Michael
is
Jackson's double disc was crazy.
no, I'm talking about hip hop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yup. But yeah, that's my number one, man.
I like it. Cal, give me number
Can't go
one.
wrong. My number one, I think honestly, this was the first hip hop album that I bought. And it's the documentary by The Game. I
Mm,
love this album. I go back to it
me
at least
too.
once a year. Uh, Honestly, I think it brought the West Coast back too. Like the West Coast kind of had a, or at least LA, Compton and LA, like it had a little bit of a lull there in the early to mid 2000s, and Game kind of brought it back, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Another iconic album cover too. Like I
Mhm.
love this album. Of course, this was also when he was still in G Unit too. So you got 50 on the album. You got West Side Story on there. How We Do, Hate It or Love It. Like it's classics all the way around, and it's well produced. It sounds kind of dated. Some of it does really sound like 2005 or 2004, whenever it dropped, but uh, some of it still sounds timeless. It's got great tracks on there. And
Yeah.
if I can throw an honorable mention that I'm mad I forgot about it until just now. Honestly, it's
Go for it.
Victory Lap by Nipsey.
Ah,
Was
that's
in the
my
running.
joint. I picked that.
Love Victory
That's
Lap.
Mhm.
that. I love that.
Was
That's
in
to
the
me
running.
that give me that. But man, listen here. That's from one to none. I can run that straight through, and the game he putting
Crazy.
you on Victory Lap is something crazy. It's sad that it came with around his demise. I would have loved to see what he followed up with.
Facts.
100%.
Because this right here is a album that I still have in rotation, and I think I will have in rotation 20, 30 years from now, just because the game
For my
that he was putting on, man. Like every aspect, it was never no hate. It was all love. He stayed true to himself from when he first started to where he was now. But he was just grown man about it. I love this album. One summer, this was the only thing I played. I played no other music but Nipsey Hussle. And the thing is me, like I always say, once I get hit, I wasn't hip. I wasn't really hip. I knew him, but I didn't know him. But when this came out and he blew up, like across the world, and I had to go back and listen to everything else, I'm like, dude, this dude been hot. He been nice. I just wasn't in the swing of things. So yeah, nice honorable mention, but I definitely had him on my list. That's why I was ready to fire that off as soon as you said, I'm like, oh, he stole my guy. I thought I was gonna sneak that
Oh
one off.
yeah. My honorable mentions is Dog Food by Dog Pound and
Mm.
what's my one joint? Death Certificate. Ice Cube Death Certificate. Yeah.
Respect.
Classic.
But Nipsey
Classic.
up there too, man. I love that album. Just couldn't make the top three, but like John said, man, that's the album you can play straight through. You can
Straight through.
ride around in that album. It's mixed so good.
Yes.
It's just one of them albums, man. It's like
All right.
Nipsey picks beats well too. He had a great year for beats.
He
Much like
always
Rick
has
Ross,
though.
obviously.
Even if you go back, the beats he picked didn't sound
that.
strictly like West Coast beats.
mhm.
They didn't sound like he was just this West Coast gangster rapper. That's all you really thought of when you thought of West Coast. That wasn't his MO. I mean, man, Twist dropped his 3. He said, "Damn, documentary, Victory Lap." That's a
Might be-
solid 3.
On the same page there.
Solid 3. Solid
And
3.
we
Can't
sound
come in.
old as hell, but my first album I bought was documentary too. That's great.
Word?
Documentary,
Yeah.
yeah. Documentary and Massacre, man.
But
yeah.
it don't even seem
Yeah, it was
it don't even seem
05.
like it's old because they're still so nice with it. The album's still
Yeah.
so dope.
True. That's
So
very
it's
true.
not even like it's old. Say honorable mentions:
Mac
Mac
Dre.
Dre,
Mm.
Ronald Reagan's Dragonomics. Okay, I like it.
I got in a Mac Dre late, but that not my job. That song funny as hell.
I like that. I like that in it. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, showing out. We're going to have more of the same next week, Thursday, 9 p.m. If anything changes, we'll drop it on the social platforms so everybody to pull up. We got my main man, Kyle, 6:23 a.m. Any final words for the people before we get up out of here?
Hey, Peep Warner Brothers podcast. Me and Keenan just uploaded an episode today. we're doing a Q&A. So go check that out. We'll be recording Saturday, and we'll have another one uploaded on Sunday for you. So 2 episodes this week.
And for me, Life in Artful Fashion coming soon. The project, I'm gonna be dropping some music. It's been a long time. I'm
Hey.
potting now. People still, they might. I can't cuss on here, but people getting it.
You cuss a little bit. You can cuss a little bit. Just
You
don't
know what
go
I'm saying?
overboard.
The
We try to be family friendly.
Yeah.
We
The,
try to be
the
family
music is on
friendly.
the way, man. The music is on the way. I just
Gotta
love
get
this.
guidelines on.
No,
You said
we got a
what?
little guy. We don't go too crazy. Everybody keeps it pretty clean.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps it pretty clean. I'm not
hmm
mad at it. So we got 6:23 a.m. Go to YouTube, type in 6:23 a.m. It's the same across all platforms. Check him out, like, subscribe, and enjoy. He got some great stuff on there. You might want to pull up and see what he got. I've always enjoyed his music. I knew him when he wasn't 6:23 a.m., but I'm not gonna put that out there. And then, of course, I'm like, subscribed, and enjoyed Warner Brothers Podcast. I got my ding ding bell ready to go. Whenever they pull up and show out, it pops up on my phone, so that way I know they ready to go. They come with a lot of great dialogue and insight. Shout out my arch nemesis Keenan, my cousin from another mother, different daddy. And just make sure y'all pull up to them. Y'all like, subscribe, and enjoy. And then last but not least is moi, and where you at right now with the guys. It's the Hype Real Podcast. We ask y'all to like, subscribe, and enjoy. Hit the notification bell so y'all know when we go live. I go live every Sunday. Also, I'm thinking about also adding another segment where we're bringing in unsigned artists to do their thing. And we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So we're going to get up out of here. We're up against it. And we appreciate everybody who held on to the end. And until the next time, like I always say, be good or be good at it. All right? All right.